listeners, how are you? Today I'm here with a new topic like population control. Students, this is the last topic of the chapter sexual reproduction, which we are going doing from almost a week, and we have made different videos about sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction, female fertilization, their sexual organs and all. We have made a number of videos. Go check it out for different number of questions to be asked and which are important on their part. Okay, so now the population control, a device to control the number of offspring. It is called the birth control. And this birth control methods are the only measures which can control the population. See children, the number of children which are grown per day, per second, per minute, and then the same ratio, the death also occurs. If the ratio or the balance between them is not manageable, then it will slowly, decisively, it will last in maximum number of population, which will result in the development and growth of a country. So the birth control measures are to be taken. The preventive methods which they are sometimes methods, they are devices which are developed for the birth control. The methods or devices of birth control which deliberately prevent fertilization, like with the fertilization. What do you mean by fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes. So the prevention of this fertilization are the methods which are used as contraceptives. Okay, and so contraceptive methods are used, and these methods help women to avoid unwanted pregnancies too. And these are categorized as barrier methods. First is barrier methods, second is chemical methods, third is intrauterine contraceptive device, that is IUCD. Fourth is natural methods, fifth is surgical methods. So students, the questions could be asked in any of the form. It might be asked as tell them what are the contraceptive devices used, contraceptive methods used, or they can give you a short note upon intrauterine contraceptive device like form, or they can particularly ask about a preventive method like what are oral pills, why they are taken, how they are taken. So, first is the barrier methods. These are the physical devices to prevent the entry of sperm in the female genital tract during copulation. They also protect against sexually transmitted diseases. These sexually transmitted diseases, children, are also called as STDs. Some common barrier methods are in these. Some methods are categorized. Barrier methods may be categorized into condoms, femidome, and diaphragm. What are condoms? They are thin, strong rubber sheets used by men to cover the erect penis. It is simple but effective and widely used contraceptive that has no side effects till now. It checks pregnancy by preventing deposition of semen in the vagina. This method gives best result when used regularly and put on before starting coital activities. Next is femidome. It is not a common contraceptive method. A femidone is a thin rubber or polyurethane tube which fits inside vagina. Means it is to be used by females. It is used by females just before starting coital activities. Third is diaphragm. Diaphragm or cervical cap is also the name of it. It is a flexible rubber plastic cover that is fitted over the cervix in the female's vagina. It checks the entry of sperm into the uterus. These are smeared with a spermicidal jelly or cream and must be kept fit for at least 6 hours after sexual intercourse. So these three are the barrier methods which prevent the entry of sperms into the vagina of a female body, so that they don't fertilize. The fertilization does not take place, then there will be no formation of any zygote, the formation of any embryo. Now the chemical methods. What the chemical methods? They must be, from the name you can diagnose that they must be including chemicals in them, that is foam tablets, jellies, paste, creams and spermicides are some common chemicals used by females. These are placed in vagina. These chemicals adhere to the mucous membrane and immobilize and kills the sperm. Used by females, first thing, these are in form of chemicals. They are filled of pills, jellies, and the mucous membranes of the the female vagina, these chemicals, they adhere to these mucous membrane, immobilize and kills the sperms, which may be enter during copulation. Oral pills are the chemical methods, is one of chemicals used. They are used to check ovulation. These are mainly hormonal preparations and contain estrogen and progesterone. So in the last video, we have studied the role of estrogen and progesterone, how they are important for the for the pregnancy period time, how they maintain the uterus wall thickening, how they are important when they are secreted. We have studied in the last video. So when we take an oral pills, these pills are also an hormonal preparation, and these also contain estrogen and progesterone. These prevent development of eggs and ovulation by inhibiting secretion of FSH. Means FSH was the hormone which was stimulated by the hypothalamus है ना. तो it was it but what these estrogen and progesterone in the form of oral pills, what they do, they inhibit the secretion of FSH only. The oral pill acts on hypothalamus, pituitary and the ovaries. They are called oral contraceptives or OCs. Vaginal pills are drug preparations which contain spermicides. They are used before copulation by women. Barrier chemical methods we have discussed now is intrauterine contraceptive device, IUCD. These are contraceptive device, children, which are made up of copper, plastic or stainless steel. A copper T is inserted into the uterus by a doctor and left in place. It prevents implantation in the uterus. The other uterine contraceptive device are loop, spiral, ring, bow and sheath. These can be placed for long periods up to 5 years. The drawbacks with these devices, children, is they are bleeding, they may cause bleeding, they may cause discomfort, and these other means some drawbacks of it. Some natural method, these methods include abstinence, avoid copulation, avoid sex, avoid the copulation around the time of ovulation. So this coitus interruptus is the word in which when the sexual excitement begins, then withdrawal of penis can before ejaculation can also prevent the fertilization. Surgical methods are also one of the contraceptive methods. What is the surgical method? They are safe in the long run, but they may cause infections and other problems, children. These methods include vasectomy and tubectomy. Vasectomy is the method, a small surgical operation. They are performed in males, or it involves removal of a small portion of the sperm duct or vas deferens. Therefore, it is called vasectomy by surgical operation. The two cut ends are then ligated with threads. This prevents the sperms from coming out. You know that there was a small tube from which the sperms come out. The vas deferens was a tube. This cut at the both ends and then it ligated so that the sperms can't come out of the penis. Tubectomy, this is the procedure which is a surgical treatment performed in females. It involves removal of a small portion of a fallopian tube or oviducts by surgical operation. The cut ends are then ligated as they were ligated in the males of vas deferens. In tubectomy, the fallopian tube is cut and then ligated so that it prevents the egg to enter the fallopian tube. And both vasectomy and tubectomy are also known as the methods of sterilization. Though it could be asked by the both of the methods of sterilization, so you must not get confused. These are methods of sterilization. They do not affect normal sexual term called abortion. Abortion is a medical termination of a pregnancy, MTP, before the fetus becomes visible. Means you can say just in first, second, up to third month it is done so that the fetus is not wholly developed and it will not affect the body of a female. Also, the abortion is done. It is a termination of pregnancy, and in this method, since a long time it was misused by the people. Like they diagnose the child inside as female child. If they diagnose in ultrasound that this is a female child, then what they do, they don't let her survive and they abort the girl child. So these practices are stopped, and in ultrasounds, most of the ultrasound practices where it is done, it is labeled firstly that no sex will be told to the parents. eh, Even doctors can diagnose in third month, fourth month, but they after diagnosing also won't tell the parents that both the child is either it is a male or a female, because of such issues, such misuse of these things. Before using contraceptives, particularly oral pills, vaginal pills, and copper tea, etc., one must be aware of their side effects and take regular medical advice. It is advised that without these, because they're stopping something which is not natural, so they have chemicals in it, and these chemicals must have some adverse effects on the body of a female or male, whoever is taken. Mostly the contraceptives pills are taken by women only, so it must affect them. So the pros and cons must be known to the female. Now, children, we will discuss some sexually transmitted disease. Yes, a question also comes on these sexually transmitted disease, so we will discuss this also. What is sexually transmitted disease? The name it is clear, children, that the diseases which are carried sexually, means during sexual intercourse. If the infectious diseases are spread from an infected person to a healthy person by sexual contact, they are called the sexually transmitted disease. Some sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV. So what is gonorrhea is? Gonorrhea is caused by bacterium Neisseria gonorrhoeae. The victim feels burning sensation, pain during urination. The disease causes inflammation of the mucous membrane of the urinary tract, rectum, throat and eye. There may be pus from the penis and excessive secretion of vagina. It spreads by sexual contact and through infested clothes. The disease is easily curable with antibiotics. If it is diagnosed early in the early stage, it could be cured by taking antibiotics. Syphilis is a disease caused by Spirochaete bacterium, Treponema pallidum. The disease is a chronic illness which affects the mucous membrane, genital, rectal and oral regions and causes lesions. Infections occurs by sexual intercourse and occasionally by kissing or close body contact. Syphilis is easily cured with antibiotics. Both diseases are cured by antibiotics. Now, the third important and least incurable disease is HIV. HIV is a human immunodeficiency virus. HIV is a short form of human immunodeficiency virus. AIDS is a disease which is caused by this virus. AIDS is itself an abbreviation which means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. This disease is caused by a virus called HIV. It is a fast spreading incurable disease which weakens the body's immune system. The virus was discovered in 1984 by an American scientist named Robert Gallo and a French scientist Luc Montagnier independently. This disease have passed into humans from chimpanzees by eating butchered chimps. The first case of AIDS was noticed in USA in 1981. In India, the first case of AIDS was reported in Chennai prostitute in 1986. This disease is manifested in two ways, children. This is malignant tumors in connective tissue and viral, bacterial, protozoan and fungal infections of any system of the body. The main symptoms of the disease are damage to brain, unexplained fever, unexplained loss of appetite, unexplained loss of weight over a short time, chronic diarrhea, cough, night sweats, shortness of breath, and severe weakness. In people with AIDS, infections, disease, neurologic damage, and physiological wasting led to death. This disease spreaded only by contact of infected cells containing blood of a patient with the blood of a healthy person. As in, this is purely caused if the AIDS infected person comes in contact through the, like, if the blood is being transferred from an AIDS patient to a healthy person, then that healthy person will also suffer from the disease. Unprotected without condom sex with an infected partner, if there's tissue injury to permit blood contact, if a sexual intercourse has been done, unprotected sex has been done with the person which is actually suffering from that disease, it may also cause to a healthy person. Use of contaminated needles and syringes to inject drugs or vaccines. So whenever we go for an injections, we see that they are just rubbing it off from the disinfectant so that sterilizing that needle and all these needles to be sterilized by because the contamination can mostly occur from blood-like sources. If that contaminated needle prick into your skin, then in the blood layers, it will cause you harm in some or the other way. Transfusion of infected blood or blood products. And children, December 1 is celebrated every year as the World's AIDS Day to spread information about AIDS among the public, because it's a viral disease. Students, in the corona time also, corona was also a viral epidemic which was caused at that time, and we suffered up to 3 years consecutively, and it was a very bad time. So, and AIDS is also a viral disease. If any of your concepts are not clear, you may mention in the comments, or if you want this video to be in Hindi language, I can also make this video in Hindi language too. And thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you so much, learners. Thank you so much for your appreciation. Thanks a lot. Keep learning, keep growing. Bye-bye.